welcome back to the Secrets of San Diego. We are here with a new guest. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. Where are we at right now in San Diego?
Escondido.
Escondido. And where are you originally from?
Originally, I would say I'm from Riverside County. Unfortunately, more towards like Hemet. And then second grade, we went to Murrieta and Temecula. Little
so
nicer.
Like the Inland Empire.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I moved back and forth between parents, and I was in Orange County a lot. And
Okay, so your parents were divorced?
yeah.
Okay, and so who did you live with primarily, or was it split 50-50?
You take them, you take them, you take them until I emancipated myself.
Oh, okay, so it was a little bit of a rough upbringing?
Well, you know, they both had their lives, and I always asked why, you know. I was the middle child, so I wasn't heard, so I sat with my, head or my mouth on a bull mic, trying to get everybody's attention, and negative attention is still attention,
Yeah. So did you, in high school, did you kind of act out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to 11 high schools, I went to 7 high schools, and I only went for 3 years. I graduated, but I only went 3 years. And I graduated with a diploma. I graduated early.
Okay.
But I went to a lot of high schools.
Yeah, because
A lot of elementary schools, a lot of middle schools.
Yeah. So is that because they moved you around, or you got moved around because
Both.
of your behavior?
Both.
Both. Okay. And what did you do after you got out of high school?
I went directly to college. I went early, and I went to SDSU.
You did. That's awesome. What was your what was your
Applied
plan?
Sciences.
What?
Applied Sciences.
Oh.
I got a bachelor's degree.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's really great. Did you use that degree for anything?
Kind of. I went to aviation. Got my A&P, work on airplanes. That was the plan.
Did you work at like an airport, or?
Worked at a private airport. It was or not private, but like municipal airport, smaller, and we worked on private jets. It was all Part 99. It was really cool.
Did you like doing that?
I did. I was good at it.
Yeah, that's good.
Liability was so through the roof. I would never do it again. If you think about it, if you fuck up, people die. There's zero margin for error. None.
Yep.
Zero margin for error. And there's a reason why the people that were in that Part 99, they're usually they've been doing it for 20 years, seasoned. They're assured of themselves, more confident. Mm-hmm. I'd sit there thinking about it all night long, and then go back and tear the engine off again, and because I wanted to check with one O-ring or
Sure.
one thing. And did I safety that? I don't know. I don't remember. My ADHD would kick in, and
So tell me about that, because I think we talked before we got on camera. You have you were given Ritalin?
Well, amphetamine, dextroamphetamine. It sounds a lot worse than Adderall.
Adderall, yeah.
But that's what the generic name is. They give it to children, but not to adults. So they took it away from me, and my life's been a struggle ever since. It's not that I can't function without the amphetamines, it's that I don't know how. Because I've had them my whole life. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whether it was Adderall or meth, I had some kind of amphetamine in me, and without it, I look like I'm tweaking. I'm running around chasing my tail, sweating, pocket checking, and sober as a judge. It's awful.
Mm-hmm. And how long were you on it as a child?
From 9 to 24, 25, 9 to 25.
So they prescribed it at 9, and is that because your parents or
my
your
dad,
school
my dad
thought?
My dad.
Okay.
And I think my dad did it only so he could take my pills, to be honest with you.
Oh.
He's still a pill junkie to this day. And he doesn't believe so, because the doctors prescribe it to him, but,
Yeah.
who knows?
And so now you cope kind of just like on the streets. You do.
Well, I use meth. One, because I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm not. There's a disconnect between some people and their ability to rationalize the psychosis that comes along with it. Like, I mean, there's meth-induced psychosis, and it affects everybody. I was walking down the street 2 or 3 nights ago, and I saw some kid leaned up against a trash can. I'd been up for a couple days, and I walk up, and I'm like, here you go. It gets better. I threw like my last $2 at him, and at that point, I realized that it was a fucking bag of trash. And walking up to it, I thought it was a kid sitting against the trash can.
Oh, wow.
You know,
wow.
But that's a full-blown hallucination, you know. It looked like a kid sitting, like, leaned up, but it was a bag of trash. And I was like, oh, I'm talking to a bag of trash, time to go to bed. But see, I could rationalize and say, you know, here, this is reality that's not. Some people can't, you know, and it's kind of like alcohol. Some people inherently can't drink. Others inherently can't, I mean, some people can drink and maintain and be cool. I was an alcoholic for 15 years. I don't think there's a picture of me from 15 to 30 without a beer in my hand. Not one.
Yeah.
Without a drink.
Yeah.
White Russian, whiskey, beer, something.
I think the addictions get people in different ways, and some people can maintain, because you can see people who are on opiates.
Function, my stepfather.
And they completely function.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And then there are people that, you know, go down the path, you know, of
destruction.
Yeah, thank you for that word. That was really great. Okay, so tell me about, are you able to access any kind of like social services that are here in Escondido?
Yeah, they have you know, your food stamps and I mean, they have a GR program, it's general relief. They give you a couple $100 a month for 3 months out of the year. I mean, it helps. Believe me, it helps. But you know.
And you're actually very smartly dressed right now. But do you have? They have like places where you can do your laundry.
No, they don't. There's actually very, very little help for the homeless.
Up here, because we're so far out of San Diego.
Yeah,
up
here is. It's. I mean, it's pretty much anywhere. Anywhere you go, anywhere I've been, and I've been homeless. I mean, I've been everywhere from San Diego to Palm Springs out here, LA. I've been homeless out in Reno and Tahoe. That was too cold for me. I came right back down here. It's
slim pickings, I guess.
Yeah, you know, and like they have shelters, you know, here and there and in between some places. But you can't go to a shelter. You get fucking scabies, and nobody wants bugs crawling out of their skin. It's the nastiest thing you've seen in your life. I mean, most people don't realize that there's there's parasites and all kinds of shit crawling up out of people. You wouldn't even know it. You got them yourself. Everybody does. But, I mean, we all have parasites inside of us, and most people don't know that. But, like, you go to one of these fucking places, and you get in one of their showers, and, oh, my goodness. I stick to the hotels and the gyms, and I got a gym membership. I stay clean, you know.
Yeah. What is your, don't tell me where you live, but how do you live? Do you live in a tent?
No,
You're just on the street?
I don't have anything more than what's in my backpack or a side pouch, and I don't even have one of those right now. I think it's easier to steal clothes every day than it is.
Did it get stolen from you?
Well, I mean, yeah, so many damn times that I got sick of having it. And then when I lost my car, I said, I'm not going to walk around and look like a fucking hobo and let these cops. I was living in Riverside at the time, and if you have a backpack on, you're going to jail, period. I mean, I've had cops out there for, I mean, every time they say, oh, you think you have rights in Riverside County? I mean, they
I've heard that before, and
it's
also
awful.
It's funny because I know when I see somebody walking with a backpack,
They look like they're homeless, yeah.
they're homeless. So,
Yeah.
and that's how I will go up and approach them. So, not assuming it, but just asking. So, are you happy with the life, or do you have a plan that you maybe want to pursue as far as getting out of this?
I'm not happy with life. I'm not happy with, you know, at first it was like, it was a break from the monotony, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. And then I was looking around me, and everybody I knew was still fucking miserable. And everybody's working, and they're fucking miserable. I didn't know anybody that's not happy, all popped up on Xanax or Paxil or whatever fucking drug they can get from their doctor, and alcohol, and, you know, not talking to her and not talking to him and feuding with the daughter and this and that. Nobody was fucking happy. Nobody. Why not? This is the only life we have. If you're not happy and enjoying every minute of every day, you're wasting your life. Period. And everybody says, oh, that's so self-serving and selfish. So be it. Fuck it. That I'm going to be self-serving and selfish, and I'm going to be happy for the rest of my life. And I enjoy it. And if you ask anybody that knows me, I'm far from self-serving. I'm you know, I wander around with an overwhelming Jesus complex that I adorn myself with so I can justify my inherent behavior, you know.
Have you ever tried rehab?
I did. I lasted the entirety of about maybe 3 days.
Yeah.
They're not going to teach me anything I don't know. It's just another.
Yeah.
It's another program, and it's a crutch. It's a Band-Aid for somebody to hold on to that, you know, that needs something to hold on to. I did heroin for years, and when I quit, I just quit. I haven't done heroin in 12 years.
Heroin is much less addictive, I think, now than the fentanyl that's out there right now.
Oh yeah, the fentanyl. I feel really bad for the fentanyl users.
Me too. Me too.
I've lost so many friends.
Yep.
I mean,
Well,
and
you were
I lost
talking-
a girlfriend, and I mean, I loved her to death. She was amazing, and
And it was just an accident.
it was an accident. It was a
That
total accident.
happens all the time.
I even talked to, because I wondered why. I said, why there should be no reason why there would be fentanyl in this meth. Like what the fuck was the guy thinking? Like what the fuck was the guy thinking? And it drove me nuts. And then I met the guy that got it, and he's like, dude, I love my wife, and I'm terrified of fucking fentanyl. I'm so terrified of fentanyl that I have one person that I trust, and he mixes up just enough so that she can get well with the meth to keep her alive so that she doesn't go out.
Yeah.
And he puts it in the meth, and it literally was. He fucking slipped up, and he gave her the wrong sack, and she passed away. And it has his careless mistake, but it really was an accident. I mean, as far as the drugs go, and as far as her mom's concerned, it's my fault. And,
Well, but
you know,
I think that
it is what it is, though.
The weird thing is that you don't know anymore what you're getting, and you don't know if it's being mixed, and that's the hard thing right now. So I think that everybody in the country is struggling with. They can get a bad bag, and it can just happen.
I really wish I had a phone on me right now. I wrote something. I put it on the internet. It got vetted, and they blocked it for a minute, and then they realized that because they said plagiarism's like wrong, you know. And it's kind of my position, you know, just my idea where I'm at and where we're at as a society. And I would really like to read that to you. I can get it. All I have to do is text my ex-wife, and she'll send it back to me within minutes. If you want me to read it, I'll read it on camera.
Yeah,
when we go back down and get the phone,
I can
whatever.
post it. Yeah, I can
that'd
put
be
it
really
on
cool.
here as an after thing.
Cool.
So yeah. So, all right. I think we're going to wrap it up, because you've actually given me a lot more information than most people do. Okay, so this is the secret to San Diego. Do you want to share with us your secret of San Diego?
I think, it's about a girl, you know. I had a girlfriend. She was from San Diego, and I loved her very much. And I was stuck out there, and I said, "Why the fuck am I out there when she might be out there?" And I came out here, just on a whim, hoping maybe that I'd run into her. I haven't yet.
You haven't?
No.
Do you know what part of San Diego she's in?
Probably in OB.
OB?
I haven't gone out there though. Too scared.
Too scared to see her, or too scared to go?
Too scared to see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must really like her.
I do.
All right.
I was in love and she wasn't. I left.
That's too bad. You seem like a really genuine guy. I would, if I were you, I would reach out to her and see. But.
She started using fentanyl.
Oh, okay. Don't reach out to her.
And I've not checked my Facebook and anything because I don't want any. I don't think I can handle any bad news.
Yeah. It is hard.
It's hard.
Dude, there's like, I think, last I heard there were like 1,200 people overdosing every day.
Isn't that funny that we have 1,200 of our children overdosing every day, right? Your children, their children, everyone's children. These kids are fucking dying every single day, 1,200 a day. We could shut down the fucking country, right, for COVID, with less deaths during COVID, right?
And for every one of those 1,200 kids, there are people that love them.
Absolutely. It's shitty to say, but I'd rather have my friends all strung out, fucking needles and blood and horribles, crying in a bathroom, trying to stick themselves with heroin, than fucking dead. I'd still rather have them alive.
We were talking about that the other day, about legalizing like a place where you can sell heroin.
Now think of this.
We want
Euphoria clinics, right?
Yep.
Okay. Government ran,
yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. You can go and get high with your friends, social setting. Okay. Now, everybody goes, oh, no, government money. Okay, but now we don't need the jails, right? Because nobody's going to be in and out of jail over stupid shit. I don't need to come and steal your shit to get high. The cops don't need to fucking be there because, there's no need for them. The jails don't need to be there. The whole fucking war on drugs is their war on drugs. If we could just get high. I mean, look at the alcohol. Look at the alcohol in the 30s, right?
Yeah.
The prohibition, bam. What happened? It put the money and the power into the hands of the criminals and gangsters. And that's what they've done with the ban on drugs. Mm-hmm. If we remove the ban on drugs, there would be no more money and leg for them to stand on. Street gangs, border violence, it's all gone overnight. Mm-hmm. 80% of the crime would be done. You're still going to have 20% of the derelicts.
Yeah. But also then it's clean, you're getting clean heroin.
Overdose. Disease.
Yeah.
I mean, all of it. Nobody, our kids aren't overdosing.
There's no sharing needles.
In a social setting with fucking doctors and shit that are gonna fucking administer it. I mean, I can see it. Euphoria clinic. It piss a lot of people off, but in the long run, it's better for everyone, except for the cops and the whole, big judicial system and pumping people in and out of jail for being high. I know. Because now they can be, now they can be on pot, right? Mm-hmm. But we still have people in Texas that are in fucking prison for pot. Yeah. But out here, you can grow pot and, whatever happened to Manasicinco, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever happened to these laws that,
Yeah, no, they all go by the wayside at some point because we grow out of it. I don't know.
As soon as they legalize pot, did you know that methamphetamine and heroin, the felony got moved from a felony possession for the tiniest little bit to anything under an ounce is a misdemeanor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now I can have, a couple grams under an ounce of meth, which is a lot of fucking meth, and not even go to jail.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. I thought all possession was...
No, not at all. Not at all. Mm. Half the time they don't even. I don't know if you're going to put this in or not. But half the time I just got robbed last night by the cops. They stopped me. I informed them that they have no right to stop me. I'm not a fourth waiver, which you can't waive your Fourth Amendment rights because our rights are inalienable. But they call it a fourth waiver because they seem to have an idea or a thought that maybe they can just trim a little fat off the Constitution and tell us that we have no more Fourth Amendment rights. But they're wrong. But everybody seems to prescribe by it, so they can run up and stop us like the Gestapo and search us and take us to jail at any time they want if you're on probation or parole, or if you agree to waive your time. All right, that's what they ask you. That's what they ask you when you're in court and it's your arraignment, right? The judge will ask you, do you wish to waive your time? And your public defender will say, yes. It's really what you need to do. You say, yeah, because that's your representation, right? You've given them an unlimited amount of time to hold you in jail, incarcerated, while they build their case. You've waived your right to a fair and speedy trial. You've waived all of your rights to search and seizure laws, and you have no fucking idea what you just did. And that's our legal representation. And they do it every single time you go in for your arraignment.
I didn't know that.
Do you know what's crazy? What they do when you say, "No, I do not wish to waive my time, and I wish to enact my right to a fair and speedy trial. I would like to exercise that right. I want to have my trial within 8 days. It's already been 3, so now they got 5 more days to have a trial. They can't get a fucking jury or a courtroom, let alone unless it's a capital case, they're going to have to drop all charges. But then they don't. They say, oh, we're going to OR you. Well, I'm not going to be released. You actually have to fight to stay in jail. You have to fight them. No, I'm not going anywhere until my court date. I'm not signing out. I'm not going to be released. Because they say, oh, and then the DA has up to a year to refile. They have all these little tricky fucking rules and laws that they could try to manipulate us with, but nobody knows the laws.
Yeah, no, we don't.
No, not at all. We're
and also, you get railroaded.
Yeah, you get railroaded, and I got arrested for trespassing and obstruction at a Salvation Army, right? Walking out from a Salvation Army with a receipt during business hours. I stop, I give both jackets that I just purchased to my ex-girlfriend and her boyfriend, shoot the shit with them for a minute, scratch some lottery tickets. Cops roll up, I go, oh, fuck, dude, I'm out of here, man. This is way too much for me. The cop goes, where do you think you're going? I'm not a fourth waiver, I'm not a probation parole. I'm cool. He's all, you're trespassing. How can I trespass during business hours? Here's my receipt. I'm a paying customer, leave me alone. They arrested me. Trespassing and obstruction. What did I obstruct? Their violation of my civil rights?
Wow.
It took 4 hours and 4 different cops to show up, right? Which ended up with the lieutenant. He brought a 602 down, a paperwork for a 602, and had the manager of the company of the Salvation Army sign the 602 and sign a trespass against me, which is illegal for them to solicit a trespass, right? So that they could arrest me.
See, that's so...
Only to put me in for a book and release.
That's so dumb.
Because I wouldn't give them my name.
Why would they waste all of
because
this
I wouldn't give because I wouldn't give them my name.
Oh, so they needed to come down and
which they illegally tackle me to the ground in handcuffs, right? This is 4 hours. I'm being detained and put that little portable fucking nifty little tool that they have now, the little wireless fingerprinter. Yeah, the fucking little tool they got now, and force my fingerprints on the fucking thing. Because I literally make them do all of that. They try to get me for resisting, but resisting what? Your violation of my civil rights? It's against the law for you to do this. Mm-hmm. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't care. And nobody cares. Who cares about the fucking, little drug addict with the
No, I know.
high-pointed opinion of himself,
Yeah, I talk to you guys all the time, and I end up falling in love with you because you all are very sweet to me, and you all have different stories, and so, but it makes me very angry when I hear things like this, because I'm also very pro-police-ish, but I don't like to see them abusing their power.
I think these people think I'm famous because they're taking selfies with me behind them.
Are they?
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, you are famous. You're going to be, so... All right, well...
How many viewers do you have on your program?
10. Swear to God, I'm not lying. So I'm trying to build it. We'll see how it goes. So,
I'm pretty cute. Might get a couple views.
Yeah. No, you've been a very compelling interview. So, all right. Well, I'm going to say goodbye, Andrew, and
goodbye.
I appreciate your time.
Cheers.
And thank you very much.
Yep.
All right.